Hi, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and let's get right into this one. It won't be too long, just a little update on one of our sprint queens, champion Shericka Jackson. Before I say anything about this, let me say that back in the day, a few years ago, when I used to speak about the sprint queens of Jamaica and who we need to depend on, I used to say stuff like other names, right? I used to call Elaine Thompson Hera, and then I would say Shelley and Fraser Price, and then I would say, and can't remember her name right now, the other one. No disrespect meant, but the other one. And I could not remember Shericka Jackson's name for nothing. To me, Shericka Jackson is the kind of person who personifies persistence. You understand? Yeah, she worked her way into the position she is in today. So now, when we mention track and field and we talk 100 meter, 200 meter, or the 4x100 meters, we can't talk about top tier competition possibility of a gold medal without putting the name Shericka Jackson in it. That says a lot. Work hard, dedicate yourself to your craft, go through it, do the work, and success will come. Now, we saw Shericka yesterday in Hungary run, and she pulled up on the track, and her face looked grimacing with pain. And, immediately I started to pray, and I was like, God, please, please, not Shericka Jackson, right? We need her at the Olympics because the Olympics is going to be fire for Paris 2024, and I need to have Shericka there in full form because I need to see the dismantling and the deconstruction of some people and beat up my pot cover them and these kind of things, right? So I was like, oh God, who has her out here running now? Okay, let's put all the excitement to the side and give a proper update. So Shericka Jackson faced a huge setback at the in the track meet in Hungary, and she was being forced to withdraw due to an apparent injury as the Paris Olympic Games fast approach. The two-time world 200-meter champion failed to finish the race as Julian Alfred won the 200-meter at the event. I stand corrected. I said it was somebody from Bahamas yesterday. A lot of people in my comment section says, SouFlo, her name is Julia Alfred, and she is from St. Lucia, not the Bahamas. I stand corrected. Honestly speaking, no disrespect to any other Caribbean nations. I was just focused on Shericka Jackson, and I saw the flag from a far distance, and I thought it was the Bahamian flag. My bad. All right, so big up to Alfred for her win, but Shericka we did a talk about still. So St. Lucia's Alfred equaled her season's best time. That's what usually happens when you are running against people like Shericka Jackson. They will force you to do your best. So she went out there and equaled her season's best time, clocking a stunning 22.16 to cross the finish line in the race of the Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix. Everybody saw, though, coming off that corner, that Shericka Jackson was going to win that race. However, she pulled up in the race, and we thought torn hamstring, something bad happening, a knee injury. Well, that's how the thing went. You had Great Britain's Daryl Nita finish second with 22.36, and Lene Taba Thomas of Jamaica sealed the podium, stopping the clock at 22.54. Now, the race was off to a great start, and Shericka Jackson had taken the lead in the home straight, but suddenly she stopped about 30 meters towards the end. The other runners continued running and eventually crossed the finish line as Shericka walked off the track. This left a lot of us worried. There was a look on Shericka Jackson's face that said to me, she knows that there's an injury there. However, it could just be a look of disappointment now that looking back in hindsight, because she is such a fierce competitor that she really wanted to win the race. When you are at the apex top level like Shericka is, you don't want to leave nothing on the table. You clean in every plate, right? So every time I meet you on the track, I'm going to beat you on the track, is what that was. Now we know today, with some follow-up information, they've explained to us what the injury was or what the situation was really. So they disclosed that Shericka Jackson also had her knee taped. And people were like, oh my God, so it is a knee injury. Jackson's scare came right after Elaine Thompson-Herah, which is another one of our sprint champions, was forced to pull out of the event due to a nagging injury. The 32-year-old due to defend her 100 and 200 meter titles, but left the mantle to Jackson and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, but her injury will leave fans scratching their heads, right? So Elaine is not going to be at the Olympics, and we were like, okay, so we're banking on Shericka, and we are banking definitely on Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. So to have Elaine go out and to have Shericka Jackson go out, that would be pretty painful for Jamaica. But lo and behold, we have an update, and the update says that there's nothing to worry about, really. There's nothing to really worry about. She actually had a cramp, and that was it. So when these athletes know their bodies like that, you feel that kind of cramp, don't run through it. Especially with the Olympics just right around the corner. Come off of the track. Get off the track, right? Pull it up and get off the track. Cramps happen. But if you run through a cramp sometime, now I'm no physiotherapist, but I ran track and field myself. Not only that, didn't even have to run track and field. Just being a person who has always been into sports and knowing my own body, if you're running and you're running fast at full speed and you feel a sudden huge cramp in a big muscle like your hamstring, you don't power through the cramp because you could end up causing further injuries, which would probably end up being a tear, right? So what you do is you freeze up right there. Don't go any further and jog it off and get off the track. Go stretch it out, get some massage, some icing, some heat, you know how the thing go already. So lucky for us, Shericka Jackson, physiotherapist, I believe, did a interview where she set the record straight. We're good. We're glad. We're happy. And we look forward to Shericka Jackson coming through for us in the Olympics. Shericka Jackson oozed class at the Jamaican Olympics trials, clinching the win in the 100 meter and in the 200 meter finals. So if you think this is not one that's ready to go, you see why we are nervous. She clinched the win in the 100 and in the 200 meters. That gave her her ticket to Paris to the Olympics Games. She clocked a stunning 10.84 to win the 100 meter finals at the race ahead of Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton is another hot one that's coming in. Hot. That's about to do some great things on the track for Jamaica. And she even beat Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who clocked a 10.90 and a 10.94 in the women's 200 meter finals. Jackson won the race in 22.29 ahead of Lanae Tava-Thomas and Nisha Berger, who clocked 22.34 and 22.39. End of the day, we know now that she'll be okay and she'll be out there for us in the Olympics. That's the headlines. Stay tuned. Catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.